Good evening. My name is Drew, and I'm a New York State certified addictions recovery coach and peer advocate. Welcome to the Reset. So, recovery. I want to talk about how recovery is a journey. Not everyone's recovery is the same, it's not a linear process. You may have some slips or lapses or relapses. And the key about those is it gives us great insight into what doesn't work. It teaches us about our triggers. A trigger is a cue that reminds you of using or drinking that gives people craving or urges. And it's important to understand ourselves, to understand how these triggers work. So it's something called a habit loop. So we have a trigger or cue, it reminds us, and then we will go to that habit, and then we'll get the reward. And the key thing is that we need to pivot when we have that cue or something reminds us a trigger and it brings on an urge or craving. We need to think about safe coping skills. First of all, an urge or craving is only going to last 15 minutes to a half an hour. So you can distract yourself, you can delay. One of the things that I heard a long time ago, somebody said, tell yourself, I'll use tomorrow. It's a simple trick because the next day, hopefully you're more hope, more faith, and you'll be more committed, like you help yourself the next day. So in early recovery, the first 90 days is the most important. Most people return to use within that first 90 days. That's why in the 12-step meetings, they say make 90 meetings in 90 days. The key thing is having a support network, developing some safe coping skills. It's about having hope. First of all, you can do it. If you've made it this far, you've survived 100% everything that's gone on in your life. You can continue to maintain your sobriety. You have to be focused. You have to be committed. You have to be intentional. You have to do something every day for your recovery. And once again, think about safe coping skills. Walking, writing in a journal, calling somebody, watching YouTube videos, positive speakers from meetings, go to Zoom meetings. There's a lot of things we can do. We can exercise, move a muscle, change a thought. Humans are very habitual creatures. They used to call addiction like he had a habit or she had a habit. So these habits, we can always pivot and change. You have the power within you to change at any given moment. So I just want to give you some encouragement to let you know that if you've had slips or relapses in the past, that's a chance to go back and do what I call a relapse autopsy. Look at what led it to relapse. Was it emotional? Was it a mental relapse? Were there things, were there cues? Were there people that you shouldn't have been associated around? You have to have a good support network. You have to have people that will support your journey and call those people. Like they always say, stay with the winners, do what the winners do. I say, if you're walking through a minefield and the person has gotten through the minefield safely, why do you want to veer to the left or to the right? So once again, my name is Drew, and I just want to give you some encouragement today. You can do it. Recovery is possible. People are doing it each and every day. You have to figure out what works for you. You have to know yourself and know how the disease works on you. Thank you. You have a blessed day.